Today, first grade for grammar, we are continuing our look at verbs. Last week, we were taking a look at present tense verbs, verbs that show action, things you're doing right now. And today, starting today, we are going to be looking at past tense and future tense verbs. Mrs. Friedrichs, what is a past tense verb? Well, a past tense verb is going to talk about actions that already happened. So verbs that are in past tense are going to end with an ed. Okay? And so this is for just normal verbs. Some verbs this doesn't work for, like run. I'm not going to say the girl runned down the street. No. It's going to be he ran. The girl ran down the street. The boy ran down the street. He ran down the street. So that does not apply. But on regular verbs, you're going to add an ed at the end. So if I have the word fix, like is in our example here, the initial verb was fix. It shows action. You have to be working with your hands to do it. Dave fixed the gate yesterday. I fixed the gate. Dave fixed the gate yesterday. Now, it has an ed and it tells me that it happened in the past because it says yesterday. Now, if I want to talk about something that happens down the road, it hasn't happened yet. I'm using my hands to show you guys, and I realized I didn't put my picture up. I bet I still could do that though, and then you can see my expression. Here we go. If we're going to talk about something that happens in the future, we're going to put the word will in front of it. Okay? So we're going to add will before the verb to make it future tense. Okay? So our example was, Dave will fix the gate on Friday. Well, it's not Friday. It's only Monday, right? So he's going to fix it on Friday. So Dave will fix the gate on Friday. Will comes before the verb. Notice there's nothing after fix. It's not will fixing. It's not will fixed. No. Dave will fix. So you keep your initial verb. So we can do the same thing with the word bake. Okay, so here's our word bake. I'd like you to write the word bake down here underneath number 3. So, present tense is bake. I bake cookies with Gia. Gia is one of my daughters. So that's present. Okay? Past means I have to add the ed, but I have to get rid of the e first. So, baked. I baked cookies with Gia. Yesterday. Oh, it doesn't all fit. There we go. Yesterday. And future, it's going to happen, but not yet, will bake. I will bake cookies tomorrow. Okay? So bake, that was your initial verb. That's present tense. Past tense, I had to add the ed. When you have an e at the end, you have to get rid of it and add the ed ending. And then future, will bake. Okay? So bake, baked, will bake. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at what that looks like in these sentences. We're going to read each pair of sentences. And we're going to draw a line under the sentence that tells about the past. Draw a line under the sentence that tells about the past. And circle the past tense verb. Okay, so let's look. Dad washes Spot in a tub. Dad washed Spot in the tub, which tells about what happened in the past. The first sentence or the second sentence? Right, the second sentence. So go ahead and underline the second sentence. And now we have to circle the past tense verb. Okay, the verb was what the action was. That was wash. Washed. So, washed is my verb, my past tense verb. It had the ed ending, so I have to circle that. Number 2, Jed picked up the hose. Jed picks up the hose. So Jed picked up the hose or Jed picks up the hose? Which one shows past tense? Talks about past tense, something that already happened. Right, the first one. Jed picked up the hose. And what is the verb that is past tense? What is the past tense verb? Remember, past tense verbs are going to end with ed. Right, picked. Sometimes ed ending can make the t sound, which is why you hear picked, washed, picked. Okay, it's not always like that. Sometimes you hear the d sound, and other times you actually hear ed at the end, depending on what the word is. Nan jumps over the mess. Nan jumped over the mess. Nan jumps over the mess or Nan jumped over the mess? Which one is telling about the past? Underline it. Now circle the past tense verb. Okay? Now, you did not have to have these sentences written, but you did need to have this over here. So if you did not do that, it would be really good for you to do that. Nan jumps over the mess. Nan jumped over the mess. Hopefully you have the sentence underlined and the past tense verb circled. All right, when you are done with this, you are going to go ahead and put this into your Monday folder.